But I'm just saying,
I'm
people
thankful
that
God you
would
have
never
that
think.
John School. I
Yeah.
heard it's working out really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and we're, you know, we're not saying, I mean, we're not men
Condemning,
haters.
I
We're
know,
not.
Yeah.
But we,
no,
and that's why we
either.
do the John School. Because
To
we want to
educate.
say, you
Right.
can never
We
say
just-
you didn't understand the big picture.
Right.
The dynamics of
Right.
how your behavior impacts the community,
Right.
your family, yourself, the women you buy. We're giving you the opportunity to understand this.
Yes.
Now, when you leave here, don't do it again.
You can't use that
Do
excuse
something
anymore.
No,
in
you
its
can't use
place,
that
something
anymore.
better. And you know, just recently, a guy that came to our John School sent us a letter because he was really giving a hard time to Joy and another staff.
Yeah.
And apparently, something happened to him. I mean,
He had an awakening.
he had an awakening. Yeah.
Did you get him, Joy?
No, I just gave him the reality facts.
Uh-huh.
Thing about John School is everybody always looks at it as, okay, I made a mistake. Why does my family have to pay for it? Well, see, this is something that us women have been dealing with for since it started arresting us, okay? Our children deal with the
100 years.
repercussions
Yes.
of it. You put us on, when you put us on the news, you blur the guy out. You always show our face.
Girls.
In the police arrest, you've always had women up there. And that made it easier for people to find out who was the prostituted individual that I can pick so I don't get the undercover cop. You displayed us. So basically, you've handed us to the guys. Now the
Yeah,
guys are
I
feeling
see.
what we've been feeling. They're feeling that shame and embarrassment because now your family knows. Your kids go to school and somebody now does it. But that's not why we did it.
Yeah,
we
that's
just
not why we did
they wouldn't stop showing the women. So Vanita said, in fairness, then can you at least
Show the men.
Yeah. Can you put the men up there? I mean, if you're going to put these women
Just
up
show
here,
the men.
you put. But they're also taking us down faster now, and the guys are like, well, we have to stay up there, and we're up there. Well, you've committed a crime.
Yeah, you
okay?
have.
You've committed a crime, and
Yeah.
you want us to be at blame for it.
Right.
You made the phone call, because in John School, they got busted by a vice cop. This is not even a street walking
this
thing.
isn't
This is, they made the call 3-4 times,
Right.
on top of drove to where their location was.
Right.
In any part of that scrap of time that they, from the call to the delivery of the hotel,
Right.
they could have changed their mind and asked themselves, what the heck am I doing?
Right, they
My
could've.
family is going to be affected by this. My children are going to be. But not once did they
Not
think that. And that's
once.
what I told them. You didn't think about your kids the whole drive there. You didn't think about your kids or your wife when you crossed over the threshold. You
Exactly.
still didn't think about
Exactly.
your
When you're
kids
taking
when
up
you
your
said,
drawers.
I'm not sure if I want to use a condom or not. You had all intentions of going there to do a crime.
Exactly.
You know it's for illegal here,
It's
but
illegal.
yet you want us to take the blame for it, and you want to take no responsibility. You should have thought about your kids. You should have thought about your wife.
Thank you.
Not
That
us.
is a very good way
But you
to
know,
think
yeah,
about
but
it.
all in all, though,
It's a very good
it
meaning.
is.
It's a very good.
But this
I
guy
can
said-
understand.
It is.
all
He
you
turned
men
around after that,
understand
though.
that.
He turned
did
around
turn
after that,
He
'cause he
sent
kept
a
blaming
really,
it.
really
Did he?
beautiful letter and apologized.
Oh,
And I mean, really,
Yeah,
you should have read it.
good.
Said, I
Yeah.
really see how this hasn't
Yeah.
impacted.
Good.
And now he's a donor. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
He
good.
donates
Donate monthly.
every month.
That's
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
good.
And
We've had a couple guys do that.
You know what I mean?
Good.
And so I mean, the John School really is beneficial in ways.
It
does
educates.
help
Wonderful.
people.
It
That's
does.
wonderful. I'm
It's
so
a-
glad that worked out okay.
It's the first time they get to hear it from our
Yeah.
side.
That's
They
true.
hear about
That's
the
true.
abuse that was inflicted before. They hear about
That's
my
true.
rape before I
Yeah.
was in
Right.
prostitution.
Right.
They hear about the girls that were sexually exploited by their parents. They hear about the abuse and everything else before they even got into or ran into the pimp. And then they hear about the abuse of the pimp. And then we also talk about what happens when we talk about the clients or the
Right.
Johns.
Right.
That all Johns ain't nice Johns. And they may all be nice Johns, but these Johns aren't nice. And they have really sick, demented fantasy.
Yes, they do.
That they inflict on us.
Yes, they
That
do.
is here for the rest of our life.
Yes, it is.
You can't erase
because
that.
that's something we saw and did, and
We
can't
had
erase
to,
it.
endure it.
Yeah, we
The
did.
beatings, the
Yeah.
rapes, everything.
Yeah.
That's with us the rest of our life. And I think that's the piece. They thought it was just a cash exchange.
Yeah, I know.
And there's no
Mhm.
harm,
Yeah,
no
no.
foul.
Well, there is
Well, there's
harm.
a lot. And then we talk about where we're at now. After we're out, what Breaking Free has done to
Yeah,
help us,
right.
but also look at the aftermath,
Yes.
the mental health, the depression,
Oh, my God.
the self-mutilation,
Oh, yeah,
the
the
low
women that are-
self-esteem.
You hear about it every week.
That's
Yes.
what Breaking Free is working with. We have to now take the women and try to deprogram what, one, society's put in them, two, what their pimps have brainwashed into them, and three, what they have from the effects of just the tricks themselves. Breaking Free has to work with the aftermath is what I
Yes.
call it.
And that's the hard part.
It is, because when do you tell a girl to start to heal from being pistol whipped?
Never.
When do you tell a girl to heal from being beat with 2x4s, baseball bats, and metal pipes,
never.
or being
Just by
forced,
being raped.
being forced
being
to have
forced.
sex?
Yeah,
10,
forced.
15
Correct,
times a
correct,
day.
correct. With strangers,
Yeah,
people
I
she
mean,
doesn't
with
even
strangers.
know.
That's with
And have to
strangers.
act like you like it.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
they
yeah.
pay for you to like it. You can't go up there and be
Oh,
all
yeah. Oh,
fragile and like you're sad and that it's
No,
scary.
no,
You can't
no.
do that because that's not what he paid for.
No, exactly.
Because then you get
gotta-
beat for
you gotta
that. So you
act.
have to act, which means
Act.
you lose self.
Well,
and you now
pretty
turn into
soon-
a fantasy.
Pretty soon you just lose your whole.
You lose self.
Your feelings.
Yeah.
You lose who you are, what you
You
are.
become
And you're
numb.
just doing
Yes.
it like
There.
it's like
Yes.
a count the.
You're
you
just
know,
numb.
Yeah, numb.
Out of
You
body
know,
You
who
do
says
get
that
numb.
though? Who says that? Rape victims.
Yeah.
Rape
They say
victims,
we
well.
just felt numb. We just
Well,
black
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
We're there, but we're
Yeah.
not
I
there.
left my body.
This is the same
That's the
language
same way
that
with
women
prostitution.
in
Yes.
prostitution.
Same feeling.
And the thing about it
I
is when
was
you
raped
hear
twice.
somebody when you
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
somebody say,
Wow.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with what I do. I'm okay with this life. I like this life. I chose this
yeah,
life.
yeah.
I'm going to say this. And as long as I've been working at Breaking Free, and even while I was in the life, I never, ever ran into anybody
No, I
who
never.
liked what we have to go through
Oh no.
to get the
no,
money.
To get the
now
money.
the
None of
money,
us.
of course, we all will
We
say
all like
we
the
love
money.
it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I got all the money.
Yeah.
But when you talk about if you
you
ask
did
me
for
what I
it
had to do for that
was
money,
sickening.
you will not
Yeah.
get that. I violated.
never- I
you
never
won't
said that.
You'll never hear somebody celebrate
No.
the acts we had to do, but
No.
you'll always hear them say, "I chose this life. I'm okay with this life." No, you
But
chose
know,
the money.
No, what the
chose the
girls are
money.
thinking about when they talk about that,
Yeah.
they're thinking about everything else
Out
around
after.
the
Yep.
actual
Yep.
act.
Yep.
And what I always have to make them come back, I'm not talking about the pretty car.
Ha,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
talking
the
about
after
the
stuff.
fancy
Diamonds
clothes.
and
shit, yeah.
I'm talking about the actual act.
What you did.
Tell me how you like that. And then they're quiet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
And
how
they
she
begin
got
to
me.
think, I don't want to
It's
think
gross.
about
Yeah,
that.
that's
I
how
don't-
she got
it's
me.
gross because
But
you
that's
see it.
what this is.
You're like me.
That's
You
what it
see it in
is.
your head.
Yeah.
Well, she said you kids
To
you
this
might as well
day.
bring your kids with you on that
Yeah,
date.
you might
And I
as
was
well.
like, why would you say that? She said, yeah, you're performing oral sex and you kiss your babies with the same mouth. And I was like, oh wow, really? Why'd you have to do that? You know what? I didn't look at it the same. I didn't look at it the same after that, but it was real. It was real what she was
sure.
saying. I'm doing, and these things that are being done to me sexually
yeah.
are things that I'm coming back to my children, and
And holding
I don't
them
care what
and
nobody.
kissing
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and I mean everything. So
With that mouth.
it makes you look at it for what it is. She takes away the
is, that's right.
she takes away the glitter. She takes away the shine.
Yeah,
Because
exactly,
the glitter and the
'cause-
shine
yeah,
is
yeah.
what kept me in it.
Yes.
And
Well, that's
when
what
her
keeps us
groups
in it
made me
after
go,
keep us in it.
oh, this is so not okay. So I have now passed on what she taught to me. I've passed that
Yeah.
on to the women. So now if they have
They
to
have-
give an oral
yep.
sex, they're no longer can they be on their knees and not see me on the corner going, "You're not degraded right now." You don't feel any shame with
You don't feel
a
any
young,
shame with
a
that?
young lady came in and said, "Miss Joy, you ruined it. I can't even do it anymore." I laughed. I said, "None of that. I'm sorry." She goes,
Thank goodness.
"You showed up when I had to give someone wanted oral sex." And all I could see you was
God.
said going, "So you're not degraded, not even a little bit right now? You're on your knees. You do realize some stranger." She
Some
said, "You made it
stranger.
so yucky that I was just like, oh my God." She said, "I couldn't
It
even
was
do
so
it."
gross.
She said, "I couldn't even do it." But it was like, it was real. But it took the shine away. The
It
one
does,
thing that she
yeah,
kept,
that's true.
she doesn't turn tricks anymore now either.
Thank
Because she
God.
has to look at
She's
it for
better
what it
in
is.
her life
Yeah,
right
Yes.
she's better in her
Yes.
life.
She's
now.
realizing that I
Yeah.
do have a life.
Yep.
And this
She's
is
well-
She
what
is a human being.
Yeah, I'm human.
She's
You know,
not
I
a
don't have
piece
to
of,
do this.
flesh.
She's not a
Yes,
meat.
yes.
Yeah,
You
this
know?
is not
Piece
a
of
meat
meat.
wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not a meat wagon.
Because that's how you feel. You feel like
Yeah.
a piece of meat.
Yeah.
I even feel worse than that, actually. I feel like what I call a cum rag.
Yeah, like a cum rag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the
you
same
know,
thing.
he
It's a
jerks
cum
off
rag.
and goes in the
He does whatever in you and
Yeah, it's the
on you. He
same kind of
deposits
thing. Yeah, no
in you
matter
and
what,
on
on
you
you.
and throws you.
throws
Feeling
you.
like a toilet.
Exactly. Throw
Yeah,
you.
like a toilet.
Toilet.
Yep, deposit
Ooh, I
on
like
and in.
that. Do you like that, folks? Woo! Yes, my girls know how to tell it.
But how do you come from that is our big thing is where do you
How do you
go
change
to, yeah,
from
how do you take that and turn it positive now? Because that's the hardest thing for a lot of our women and girls
Yeah.
to do is where can you go and talk to someone about that and not be judged?
Yeah.
How do you go to a
'Cause that's
job or
some
whatever?
Right
pretty heavy
here.
stuff.
It's-
With
I mean,
you
yes.
and you
I mean,
and I.
Yeah.
we're
Yes,
looking.
They can come and talk here.
We're
Definitely.
looking for people to help.
Have more people listen to them.
Yes.
On TV.
The sad
Tell
part
about
is
it.
we shouldn't be the only ones
If
who do
they-
it the way we do it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, the
People
rest
should
of the
be
People
girls
are
should do
afraid to
it.
say things.
But
People
they
are.
should. We should try to tell them that shatter the silence and stop the violence.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Because
yes,
if
I
we
like
shatter
that.
the silence,
Yes.
stop being so silent
Yeah.
about everything.
Well, you
don't
gotta
tell
tell it like it
anybody.
is. Yeah.
You gotta talk about it. The more we talk about it,
We got to
more
get out of
we
the
hear.
we got to get out of the box too. The box
Yeah,
of how
that
we
box.
do things.
Yeah, we gotta get out of the box.
It's not
Gotta
okay. This
open
this
it up.
step by step in programs even it
That's
doesn't
true.
work for.
It doesn't work.
You
for
can't
them.
do it like that.
They,
okay.
no.
It doesn't work.
That's right.
It doesn't
No,
work.
They
I
won't.
mean,
They,
no.
they can't.
They follow the book too much.
How do they?
Okay, when you're looking at this, you gotta become human. You can't just follow a book and
No, I
your
know.
teachings from school.
Well, you gotta
You're a
step
woman.
outside the box.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
You're okay. That's beautiful. You went to school and had college degrees and all that.
Yeah,
But I need you to be a woman.
exactly.
I need you to be a woman and understand that if I was your child, what would you want
yes.
for me?
And not
Yeah,
only
you
that,
wouldn't
they
want
need
that
to
for them.
understand that this issue, prostitution, impacts all women.
All of
it
us.
makes a
All
statement about
women.
all women.
It does.
Whether you've been involved in
True.
it or not.
It does. True.
It says that women can be bought, sold, and traded.
Oh,
all
yeah.
women
Right.
can. And if you can't, what can happen to you?
Yep.
You can be
You
raped.
could be raped.
Yeah.
You know,
or you
every
could be
3 minutes.
killed.
Or you can be
Right.
killed, even
Yeah.
worse. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
this
you
is
hear about
talking
it
to
every
all
day.
women.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't matter, you know, where you're at, you know, in society, how
no,
high
no,
up,
no,
how
it
low
doesn't
down.
matter. No,
every
that has
woman
nothing to do
can be
with it.
bought and sold.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And she can be raped.
Oh,
You can be the
exactly.
president of a bank.
Oh, yes.
You can be raped.
Yes,
It can be
ma'am.
the
Because you're a woman.
president's. It can be the
Because you're a
president's
woman.
wife.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
could be raped.
Yes, she could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No
any
one
woman.
is exempt
Yes.
No woman.
from
I
prostitution
agree.
either.
No, no, they're not.
Prostitution does not discriminate. It could care less
Nope.
what you come,
Nope.
what race you come from, what
Nope.
background, what classism.
No,
And that's
don't
why
matter.
we just feel like the image of the little girl in the cage is so
Prevalent,
strong
yeah.
to me.
Wouldn't this be a good idea?
Because every woman, I mean, really, no matter what walk, she should be saying, "I'm giving you this every month just for I can't do anything else.
Yeah.
But this is what I can do, just because what you're saying is right.
Yeah.
It does impact me in some
does.
way,
Yeah.
and this is my way of doing something.
Yeah.
It
You know,
does.
you keep
Yeah.
working in the bank, but do something.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Help.
Yeah.
Help,
Yeah.
yeah, because it means you too. If not, you could
That's
be your
right.
daughter,
Yes,
your
you
niece,
need
your
A friend of
cousin,
your best
your
friend's
friend.
daughter,
Yeah,
anybody.
I
Nephew.
mean, anybody is susceptible
Boys
Yeah.
to being caught.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys too.
Yeah.
And I want to
Anybody's
know about
susceptible.
another, something else. Now, I want to ask you this. Do you think, because I know you know this,
Mm-hmm.
if we don't get the men to start speaking out
Yes.
against violence and,
Mm-hmm.
and prostitution, we don't get the men to start talking about this and marching in down the streets,
Yeah.
saying with big signs, and
Yes.
do it. Like you tried to do that last year and it rained.
Yeah, yeah.
It rained
We
like a
still
bloody
march.
dog.
Yeah. We
Did you
still
see?
march.
See, I
The
need
men
to
have
help
got
us.
to become a crucial part of
These
this.
men have got to
And
help
they've
us.
got to, yeah, and that's why we're having a demand change conference.
Correct.
The first weekend of May,
3rd and 4th. Correct.
And it's all about addressing the demand. And I'm telling you, we have some powerful, powerful
do.
presenters.
We
all
do.
over
Good,
coming.
good.
Yeah.
Law enforcement and
And we
everything.
just really do encourage men to come because this is about awareness,
about men.
education. It's about you being a
Educating them
part of what we
guys.
do, about you knowing that it's going to take you to talk to men.
your
You know what I
sons,
mean?
to
To
your
your sons, to
kids,
your
to your
brothers, to your
grandsons,
dads, to
your dad.
whatever, you know what I mean?
To your
and
uncles.
The,
You
yeah, the
gotta talk
second
to each
day
other.
of this, we are doing another march, and this march will be over in Minneapolis.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
And we're going right to the strip clubs. We're
Good.
marching from
I'll
the
be
federal
with you on that
building
one. Oh.
to the strip clubs.
I'll be with you on
And
that
you know,
one.
we're going to be making it's about awareness and education. We're not trying to
that's-
scare
no,
anybody
yeah,
else. 'cause
yeah,
we know
correct,
women
no,
go in the
correct,
clubs too.
correct.
I know.
But we're just trying to make a point. And we want men to be there to say, we care about what happens to our wives and our daughters and our sisters
would
and our
hope they
nieces.
do.
And they, you know, we want men to be brave enough and bold enough
Brave.
To be
to
seen.
come out and
To
to
be
be seen
seen.
and to
Yeah,
walk with us.
exactly.
And
Yes.
to take, because we'll have some powerful men though that will be presenting and
thank God.
speaking. It's not just going to be all women.
Yeah.
We want men at the to be the leaders in this demand change.
Yes,
we
I
want
have
them
a
to
few
talk.
men that will talk.
Men are the
we
ones
want
who
men to
will.
be able to
That's
come.
who's going to have to stop this
Men
because
has
they're
to
the
stop it.
buyers
That's right,
and they're
and
the
the
sellers. So we're just the middle piece.
See,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
This is the one that they
just
do
the
have
product.
power and
We're
control
just the
over.
product. That's
Yes, they do
We're
have
just the
power and
product.
control over this.
If we could get a bunch of guys to start going into schools,
Yeah.
start talking to the boys,
Boys.
clubs,
I'm telling you.
And to the girls, to give them
the girls,
positive
and
role
give them
models that are
positive-
males.
Positive role models.
I mean, how many families don't have dads in the family?
A lot.
So girls are being taught
Thousands.
by
By their-
somebody,
by somebody.
and that's out there or on TV or through video games.
Yeah,
I mean, you
exactly.
run a
Oh,
hooker
video
down,
games,
rob her,
yeah.
and take
Oh,
her,
I
kill
heard
her.
that. I
mean,
heard
come
that. I
on.
couldn't believe that.
Grand theft
Yeah,
auto,
oh my gosh.
prostitute,
Yeah.
kill the, you know what I mean? Run over the prostitute. I mean,
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff here.
What is that?
What
What
is
is-
that
what
doing
do
to
they
the
do to
minds
the
of
kids?
Yes.
And we say, oh, I don't like violence,
kids.
but we
Yeah.
buy them the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say, God love you guys for joining me today, and bless you, Joy, and Benita, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
You are such precious women. I love you so much.
Love you too.
Thank you
Love you
so
too.
much.
Thank you for doing
For
this.
all you're doing.
I come hither stare that strips my conscience bare. It's witchcraft